All right, guys, so this week we've been touching on personal connections, how to make them, how to relate them to the text that we read in class. So today I'm going to be reading a book to you guys called Alexander and the Terrible, No Good, Very Bad Day to you guys today. And as I read this book to you guys, I kind of want us to be making personal connections to what Alexander goes through in this book. What are some things that you can relate to? What are some things that you and Alexander may share in common? And after I read this book to you guys, I have a really fun activity that we're going to be doing today in our assigned small groups. So I want you guys to turn to the 4 people sitting around you, smile, wave, because they're going to be your partners for this group assignment that I have planned for y'all today. Okay, all right. So today I'm going to have us do something a little bit different called a making connection sentence starter sheet. And so basically what that's going to be is I want us to look at our desks. We have a very big chart paper placed in the middle. And so as we make these personal connections, what this is going to do is, this is for my students who were not really quite grasping how to make personal connections. This is an easy and a fun, engaging way to kind of teach you and kind of break it down for you, just to make it a little bit more easier for you to learn. So what I want everyone to do, so there are 4 people in your group, and there are 4 sentence starters on the board right behind me right here that I've already written down for you guys. So I want each person in your group to write 1 sentence starter from the board right there. And I'm gonna read them to you guys as well, just in case, anyone can't see or anything like that. So my first sentence starter is gonna be, something similar happened to me when. My second one is gonna be, I can relate to having a bad day because one time. My third, I felt like Alexander when I. And last, my fourth. This part reminds me of. Okay, I'm gonna give us about 5 minutes to kind of get all that written down. And once we're finished, I want everybody to raise their hand quietly for me, just so I know that everybody's done, okay? All right, guys, so now that we've kind of gotten an idea of what we're going to be doing today, as I read this book to you guys, I want us to start putting on our thinking caps, number 1, and I want us to kind of start thinking about what we're going to be writing for each one of our sentence starters. So the purpose of this is to kind of show us how to make personal connections to the text that we're reading. How can we relate to Alexander, And I've have these sentence starters as examples for you guys, just to kind of give you a general idea of what a personal connection is and how to make one to what we're reading in class. So I want us to pay very, very close attention to what I'm reading right now. I want us to think, and I want us to really connect to what I'm reading as I read it to you guys. Okay? All right, I've finished reading. Great. So now I'm gonna have us begin our charts, and there are no right or wrong answers with this assignment. So this is you. This is your personal connection. How could you relate to these 4 things? Towards the end of this lesson, once everybody's finished, I'm gonna have all of us share together as a class what we wrote for each sentence starter and why we chose to write that for each sentence starter. And when everybody's done, I'm going to hang them all up. So each time we think of or we get stuck on what a personal connection is, our buddy partner is going to tap us and point to one of the charts that are on the wall to refresh our memory.